In this coaching conversation, my client confronts his fear of stepping into a more active, responsible role in his business partnership after years of passive investment and time away from work. We explore the deep-seated belief that he's not a grown-up man and the terror of failure and obligation that comes with success. He begins to embrace both his successful grown man and his dependent loser selves, recognizing that each is a valid part of his humanity. You said what the position that is currently being discussed may not pan out in quite the way that you had hoped it could. Mm-hmm. So what is that bringing up for you when you feel into that?
A lot of fear. I just feel so unequipped and not ready for I just feel like I haven't been a grown up really for like it's going on like a couple of years now, and that's I'm trying not to qualify and be like I know champagne problem and everything, but like just the facts on the ground is that I have not worked a job, for like going on 2 years, and there's total fear of I won't the atrophy, skills. Like I feel like a baby coming back into the world again, honestly. Like I just feel a lot of fear. Some maybe terror is the word, if I'm being honest. And yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's explore for a moment what it feels like to be a grown-up. What happens if you say that I'm a grown-up man?
If I say I'm a grown-up man, imposter. Imposter.
That's a thought. What happens in your body?
Tightness, my chest, uh, my shoulders, stomach.
Okay. So allow yourself to feel that, the tightness in your chest, in your stomach, and your shoulders. Very compassionately make more space for that. What do you notice?
Slowing down, breathing more properly, more freely. I think before holding, like breath holding, protecting.
Yeah. And now do me a favor and look at me while you breathe. And tell me again, Nadja, one thing I need you to know is I'm a grown-up man. Eyes open.
Oh, God. Nadia, I need you to know I'm a grown-up man.
Just notice your body and tell me what your body experiences when you say that.
Resistance, want to avoid and avert my eyes. It's hard to look at you and say that, and it's hard to hear that.
But it's true, no?
It's true. Yes.
How old are you?
50, 51 years
Yeah,
old.
I think you're qualified. Yeah. And you made it this far. I mean, whatever you've been
I
doing,
made it.
right?
I did. I
Yeah.
did make it this.
So tell us a few things that you managed to do in your 51 years of life.
I graduated high school and college. I was a theater degree. I did some acting. Um, I've worked I've worked jobs since I was a teenager, since I was 15. I became a real estate investor about 10 years ago and was a landlord. I owned and managed some vacation rentals in the mountains in Tennessee. And now I've sold those and I've been just living a life of leisure for a couple of years. And it's been a blessing and a little, I don't want to call it a curse, but there's this challenge now, of oh my gosh, I've been not doing anything. I'm
Mm.
not ready, you know.
Yeah, but it sounds
And
to me like you've done a lot of grown-up man shit in 51 years.
that,
Correct?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that that's true.
Yeah. Just that's just the fact of it, right? So tell me again, I'm a grown-up man and I give myself full permission to be a grown-up man.
I am a grown-up man. I give myself all permission to be a grown-up man.
Okay, what happens? What are you
I
afraid
started to see,
happens when you are a grown-up man?
what am I afraid happens when I acknowledge that I'm grown up?
Yeah.
Obligation. I've committed to something that I can't, really honor. I will I don't want to try and fail. I want to be perfect. And if I can't be perfect, I don't want to do it. I don't want to fall on my face.
Okay, so just notice for a moment like how much baggage there is attached to being a grown-up man. You have to be perfect, you can't fail, you have to be committed. Okay, and leave your eyes open. Sorry. Of all these things, what's the worst? Like what's the thing you really don't want to be seen as?
Um, Failing, losing, whatever that means, losing money, status, ability. Yeah.
Okay, so the dynamic is a little bit between being a loser and being a success. Hmm. Which one feels farther away from you right now, being a loser or being a success?
Success.
Well, let's start there. What happens when you say, I'm a success?
I'm a success. Fake. It feels not very lived in, nothing, not much behind it. Um,
Okay, feel that in your body. I'm a success. What do you notice? Eyes
I'm
open.
a, I'm a success. I'm a success. Just complete coiled up type.
Where?
I'm just like sitting on my hands really tightly, my arms connected to that tight, my chest. Again, that breathing is just like barely coming through unless now I send that energy there and I take a deep breath. But if I don't, I'm not breathing. I'm breathing very shallowly. Yeah.
Okay, great noticing. Great grown-up man noticing. Okay, so you see what you're doing, right? And now I want you to acknowledge that for a moment, yeah, and make a small change in your body. Okay, now look at me and tell me I give myself permission to be a success.
I give myself permission to be a success.
Just imagine for a moment as if we're pushing open that door to success. You haven't fully opened it, right? But there's sort of this crack, and you're looking through there. You're going like, "Ooh, interesting room," right? And feel your body again. Tell me what you notice.
Yeah, I just keep going back and forth with this. My shoulders tightening a little less this time, but the shoulders tightening, the constricting in, going
Mm-hmm.
um, the door, the crack. I like this image. I can work with this small thing,
Mm-hmm.
like little bites, like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I can be open to the fact that like this is possible. I have a track record. I can't see the whole 100% success, but I can work with the little light coming in the crack.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
Okay, so notice your body again. Keep your eyes open. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually notice your body while your eyes are open. I know it's crazy, but it
Yeah.
works. Okay, and do another small change in your body, something really tiny. Yeah. Okay, allow myself to be a success
I allow myself to be a success.
and continue to feel your body, continue to breathe. Just notice how we're pushing open that door ever so slightly. Yeah? Okay, I'm a success and it's maybe okay.
I'm a success, and that's maybe okay.
I'm not going to tell anyone. It's just between you and I. What's happening?
I'm thinking of that inner child idea of possibility, and some appreciation of being seen and not so pushed down. I think that I push that down to protect.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the little light, and now to try to see the light, the glimmer, the crack is that little kid is just very like, let me run through there, let me play, and
Well, help, let yourself be helped by the little guy. He can push open the door a bit more. It seems like he's interested in the successful place. Okay, and breathe and keep your eyes open. Yeah. Yeah. And just notice how many years he hasn't been allowed to go into that room because it wasn't safe. Yeah. But you're here with him now.
it feels like a long time.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a successful grown man who has overcome a lot of stuff.
I'm a successful grown man who has overcome a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You have stories to tell.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. So I'm that, and it's good.
What was the last part?
I'm that. I'm a successful grown man, and it's good.
I, I am that. I am a successful grown man, and that's good. That's great.
Okay, feel your body now. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
And I know it's difficult, but you're doing great. Yeah. I'm seeing you as a successful grown man.
Mhm.
You've accomplished more things than a lot of people, and you've also survived more things than a lot of people.
I think of this competition all the time and like that I'm losing the competition. And I like this idea that I I don't have to always see it as a competition, but I can see it as winning, in the way that I'm winning, I am, I've survived a lot. I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I, I can love myself. Despite accomplishment, I can love myself.
Yeah. I'm a successful grown man, and I like it.
I am a successful grown man and I like it. Do like it.
Because in some ways, I think, what are they going to throw at you? Like, what can life possibly throw at you that you haven't already weathered,
That's true.
right? Yeah, feel that in your body. Feel how resilient you are. And that's part of your success too. How you've reinvented yourself at different points in your life. What would you say was the lowest point in your life?
I would say the lowest is probably like a loss of faith. I had a certain belief, a religious belief as a child and a teenager. And in college, I lost that, like in what felt like an afternoon. I'm sure it was longer, but that was hard. That was panic attacks and crisis of multitudes, identity, security, certainty, ripped rug ripped out from under me, feeling.
And then what did you do?
Drank
Mhm.
for a long time. Drank alcoholically for 20, 22 years to
Yeah.
push it down.
Yeah. And what are you doing now?
Now, recovery, therapy, meditation, work like this. I'm learning about shadow work, um, deconstruction. I've deconstructed this, yeah,
And
fundamentalist.
did you get your faith back along the way?
I got something back. I got back a lot more comfort, just a lot more self-love, just being comfortable with myself and not always reaching outside for something.
Mhm.
Yes, I'd say I found something within peace and contentedness that is not 24/7, but is now there where it was not before. I have access to it. I have tools today. I have resources. I did not have them. I was really grasping, really, really grasping then for anything to save me,
Yeah.
outside myself.
Okay, so notice that.
Yes.
Notice that and say, I am a successful grown man because I've done that.
A successful grown man because I've done that.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think everyone, yeah, has that journey.
No. I mean, you have been around AA and these groups for a while, so you know these journeys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how does it feel now to say I'm a successful grown man?
It's starting to feel like something to have faith in, if I'm not 100% there, I don't have, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. I
Hmm.
can,
It's just a
I,
room, right?
it's a room.
It's just a room. It's not all you are. And speaking of just a room, if that was a room, what does that look like, that room of the successful grown man?
What does it look like? The room. Um, room metaphor. I guess abundance, like anything I want to put in there. It's my room. I can not be so limited. I can be unlimited. Try to broaden what that looks like.
Yeah, so it's a room of choice.
You know the mirror when you look in that mirror and there's I forget how this illusion works, but you see like
Hmm.
it looks like infinity, like a tunnel you're looking down. I kind of see that.
All these versions of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we can test out the other side. So, what's the opposite of being a successful grown man?
Like destitute, like just neat on falling onto the I'm trying to what's the phrase? Leaning on others,
Dependent?
needing sorry,
Dependent, needy? What is the term for that?
dependent,
Mm.
yeah, needy, dependent, loss of power, loss of agency, loss of self.
Okay, so let's work with the
Just
term you previously had. Let's say I'm a dependent loser. And if there's a better phrase, yeah, you give me, we always go with the hardest. So if there's something worse, you tell me. We can do it.
I'll try to think of worse than dependent loser. Pretty bad.
Okay.
I'm a dependent loser. So yeah, destitute. Yeah.
How does it feel in your body? And and here's the thing, when you say these sentences, and this goes for all listening in, don't make too many assumptions how they're supposed to feel, but really feel them because they don't always feel like you think they should feel.
Yeah, it seems to feel the same as the other, like the same the just knot in my stomach, really, really tight, just like it's like the extreme of either one is the same
Hmm.
place in my body. Maybe
Okay.
even more so, maybe a
Yeah,
more extreme version, like the stomach, the knot I did not notice before. Like it feels like a pretzel in my stomach, when I think about that.
right. Well, then let's feel the pretzel, right? And, let's just assume the pretzel is there for a very good reason or reasons. And some of them you know, some of them you don't. And you just say hi to the pretzel.
Well,
Mhm. So let's just assume the pretzel has a right to be a pretzel. What's happening now? And keep your eyes open. Look at me or look at some of the other people in the room.
yeah, resistance. Like I don't get to be that, or pretzel doesn't, pretzel feels wrong to be the way the pretzel is, that it's
Well, let's give it some
supposed to be.
permission. I give myself permission to be a dependent loser. Okay, and for those of you listening in, right, sometimes these sentences can feel sort of extreme, but what we're actually doing is we're just acknowledging a room that is there anyway, right? And we're just saying, well, you know what? It's probably part of most of the human race to have a room that feels like that.
Mhm. What was the phrasing? Oh, permission.
I give myself permission to be a dependent loser.
Give myself permission. I give myself permission to be a dependent loser.
Yeah, because imagine you wouldn't have to do this weird dance that you do when people remind you of that room, right? Because part of you kind of fears it's true, another part doesn't want it to be true and to be seen, and then you end up using all of your energy and trying to sort of, create screens around it, but you still feel it.
Mhm. Yes, the therapist says all the time, this part is welcome too. All these parts are
Well, exactly.
are welcome. And yeah, this is new for me. I resist that. Yeah,
We're having
exile
a
or
big
whatever.
house
But
party.
yes,
So I'm a dependent loser and it's good.
yeah, I am a dependent loser, and it's good.
How has it been good
Yeah.
in your life? How has this been a quality?
It has, I guess, shielded me um from difficult things in life, like not participating,
Mhm.
hiding, it's
Yeah, it has
protected.
shielded you from all the baggage that you had attached to being a grown-up man, right?
Yeah, yeah. Over shielded, over protected. Well, I don't have to judge, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now for a moment, just acknowledge both sides. Say again, I'm a successful grown man,
I'm a successful grown man.
and I'm a dependent loser.
I don't know why it's so funny. I am a dependent loser.
And
Yeah.
you know what I wish that more men on this planet were comfortable with these two spaces?
Mm.
Because a lot of the shit show that we're seeing right now globally is all due to men not being able to feel this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rather throw bombs at one another than feel this. Can you imagine being in a men's group and sitting next to Trump and you both acknowledge that you're dependent losers?
What I wouldn't give. I would I would just put all the way for that experience to happen.
Right?
What healing we would maybe see in
Well,
the world.
exactly. That's what I mean, right? Okay, so how does that sit now with you?
The permission feels free. There's some freedom there, that I want more of, I want to, I want to be greedy about getting more permission,
Yeah.
more
Well,
freedom.
give yourself more permission. More permission equals more freedom. Yeah, and I'm repeating myself here, but there is this wonderful saying by a German philosopher who's not alive anymore, who said, "Once your reputation is ruined, you can live freely."
Say it one more time. Once you
Once your
are,
reputation has been ruined, you can live freely or unashamedly. Yeah. So in many ways, I feel he essentially said, if we just were not so afraid of the rooms in our house that we're afraid of, and we could allow other people to see them, we would be free.
yeah,
Is this an okay place
yeah,
to stop?
yes,
Thank you so much for being brave again. And so now I'm really curious to see how the job thing is going to go when you go in with these two sides.
yes, me too. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.